if you get a BMW to test drive like we just did, you don't want to drive it slow. You don't want to drive it like a Sunday cowboy, you know, cruising along, keeping with the speed. You want to push it. And you want to push it around corners to feel that BMW traction working for you. Okay, that's enough already because we're on public roads. I just wanted to give you a taste. Of course, it's not a great taste, but a video taste of why BMWs still have a lot of fans out there. Why do they still have a lot of people willing to part with their hard-earned money to own a BMW? I'm not saying it's wrong. What I'm trying to say is there are a lot of people who actually cannot afford a new BMW, and yet they will wait for some offers, they will buy a slightly used one, a demo unit, and then just try and make those monthly payments because of drive dynamics. Now, drive dynamics is something which a lot of younger buyers are not familiar with. It's not their fault. It's just they've not grown up with the understanding of how nice it is to get behind the wheel of a car that flows around corners at your command. You're commanding the steering wheel and you want that whole commanding feel. And that's where BMWs tend to be slightly ahead of a lot of its competitors. Not all its competitors, but a lot of its competitors. And right now, even though there's a whole bunch of Chinese-made brands coming into the market with fantastic powertrains, great speed, fantastic technology, user-friendliness and everything, but they're lacking drive dynamics. That is why BMW continues to have an edge in the sales department. And in Malaysia, the fan club for BMW is huge. And you can't blame them, because why? The moment they get behind a BMW, they want to keep buying BMWs. They don't give up on BMWs. Whether they are new car owners, used car owners, they want a BMW. In fact, I would like to own a BMW, but I'm not getting enough YouTube views to earn money to buy myself a brand new BMW. So meanwhile, I will just enjoy a test drive unit from BMW Malaysia. So let's get down, stop the car, get down and do a walk around of this brand new 530i. Yes, this is the BMW 530i. Of course, M Sport. Cannot be without M Sport. That has landed in Malaysian showrooms. Here we go. We are test driving the latest BMW 5 Series. The 530i M Sport. Now, it says 530i, but if you're an old school BMW owner or old school car enthusiast, you'll know that 530i in the good old days meant 3-litre 6-cylinder. Not anymore. Nowadays, the numbering is basically on just the model variant. This is still a 2-litre turbocharged car. Now, we'll come to the powertrain later. So, like I said, new 530i. First thing you'll notice is they've made sure that you see the 5 when you open the door and even when you close the door. Why? BMWs are starting to look very similar when it comes to their petrol-powered sedans. The 3 Series, the 5 Series, the 7 Series, the petrol versions all look a little bit the same. Okay, the 7 looks really big, but the 3 and 5 look very similar. So to make sure people know that, they've got the numbering there. Then you got the all-important M badge. Why? Because this is an M Sport vehicle. It's not a 5 Series M. It's a 5 Series M Sport. Now you've got this new grille treatment. Not a big fan of this new grille treatment, but then again, I'm not the buyer demographic. When it first came out, a lot of people, when we put the picture up on dsf.my, a lot of people said, oh, terrible, wow, why did BMW do this? Today, you have a lot of people buying these cars with this new grille treatment, which means it's catering to a new segment of buyers with money. Why? This car is 399,000 ringgit. I know your eyebrows are going up and you're saying, why is it so expensive? Well, full tax. It's not an electric vehicle. It's not an i5, it's not an i4, it's not an i7. This is a full petrol-powered 2-litre turbocharged engine. So you have full tax on it. So when you have full tax, the price will be high because Malaysian taxes are high. You get this beautifully sculpted, look at the wheels lah. I mean, these M wheels are just beautifully sculpted. I like the fact that you got both black and chrome on it. P0 tires. But some people are not happy with this black treatment. I don't know why. I think it's good because why? It hides a lot of the brake dust. You'll always get brake dust, making the wheels look a little bit grubby. But this way, you can actually keep driving without washing your wheels for some time. But BMW owners can afford to go to a car wash. Petrol power, like I said, 530i, still a 2-litre engine. Large boot area. I can easily fit in, and I'm a big person in terms of stomach, but I'm not going to get in to entertain you. You can see how large it is, how deep it is. I'll just show you a little bit here. Shut the boot. Rear treatment, as with all new BMWs, very nice tail light treatment. Chunky bumpers. The width has increased. You got your exhaust at the bottom. Like I said, this is a petrol powered. So you're not going to have another flap here for charging. Flush door handles. Let's take a look on the inside. So with any 5 Series, you have to look at the rear. Because why? This is a mid-range family/executive sedan. A lot of companies in Malaysia buy this car for their executives. A lot of senior company executives, you know, okay lah, even self-employed business people, professionals, architects, doctors, lawyers, engineers, they like the 5 Series. It's something which they can drive every day, yet carry people. Some of them, of course, have chauffeurs, but most of them drive it every day. But when they want to carry someone, they need to have enough room. Now, I've put this seat way back to show you that even though you've got the seat way back and slanted, you know, maybe some degrees, there's still enough room for me to sit at the back here. Plus, you have this, in case my legs were too long, I still have room for my legs, assuming that I was 6'2". You got the almighty Bauer sound system all around the car. You got to go into a showroom and listen to it yourself. Aircon vents at the back. Controls for the aircon vents here, including temperature control. Cameraman, take a closer look at that. That is very important because why? You want your rear passengers to be comfortable and have control over the temperature. Now, if you're not carrying 3 people, like with most executive sedans, you can put the center down and you can have cup holders. I've always said this, no car manufacturer has shown me cup holders in the rear that are deep. There must be a reason, but I'm saying make it deeper because now we're getting bigger cups, we're getting bigger bottles. So make it deeper. But it's not a major issue. It's just something I'm saying. Front seat. So front passenger, 6'2", 6'3", 6'4", can sit in comfortably. Lot of room, easy to get in. Nice trim finish. Look at this, nice trim finish. This is what you call premium finish. Look at that trim here. And you got like a little diamond effect, you know. So the nice combination of that, you know, like cappuccino brown with a bit of silver, with a bit of black, with a bit of chrome, with a bit of aluminium finish. It all comes together. Then you've got that all-important screen. So here you have 2 screens incorporated to look like one, curved. Important for BMW. It all started with the BMW E21, E28 when they had curved dashboards. Those days they had curved dashboards. Why? Because they want everything to face more towards the driver, because this is the driver's space. Charging panels for your smartphones, cup holders. Again, I think someone please listen to me and make this cup holders deeper. I'm sure you'll find a way to make it deeper or bring this up a little higher, or maybe have some kind of, you know, housing here. You need it. rotary knob to work all your functions, start stop button, gear shifter. Modern cars, gear shifters have become like this. Volume control, I like the fact that you still have a volume control, manual one, you don't have to go into the system. Aircon, everything easily working with this center compartment. Click this button, you got a little compartment here. You can't do much with it, but it's still a compartment. Here, now this is what I call premium, felt line. Okay, when you have felt inside, it's not an expensive material, but take note, car manufacturers, it's a simple thing you put in here to just give the little bit of a premium feel. And also when you put something in here, if you're going over uneven road, you don't hear it jiggling or making noise because it's felt line. Not too big, sadly, you can't put a lady's handbag in it. You might be able to put a few things, but and then it shuts with a little bit of a nice thud, not a clang, you know. Anyway, light treatment here, beautifully done. Cameraman, please look at the light treatment. I think it's beautifully executed. And now we'll go to the driver's compartment. Driver's compartment is very important. So the BMW 5 Series driver's cockpit, very important. You got a flat bottom steering wheel, you got M there, very important to have M because it's M Sport. Nice thick feel. You got a boost here. Click the boost and you'll see how it just lunges forward. That's giving you like an extra boost from the turbocharger. Some functions here, a rotary knob here, soft touch buttons, everything works perfectly. You still got the same stock controls from the last 10 years. They work beautifully, they're chunky, they feel nice to the hand. Now the screen, very important, look at the screen, it's very clear, very easy to digest. But when you get behind the wheel, any driver who gets behind the wheel will ask what kind of power delivery. So this is a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with a 48 volt mild hybrid technology system. Now that delivers 258 horsepower and 400 Newton meters of torque. Can you imagine? 400 Newton meters of torque, which means a 0 to 100 acceleration time in 6.2 seconds. It's fast. Now you've got adaptive suspension, active steering for better comfort, active cruise control, park assistant plus, and lots more. Now I have to say this, the Bowers and Wilkins surround sound system is just something you got to try for yourself. Now all this is going to come at a very hefty price, like we said, 399,000. But remember this is a BMW with full taxes paid. So if you're looking for a sedan, premium, listen to that thud. Mr. Cameraman, come. I'm going to shut the door again. I want you to get that thud sound when I shut it. Come closer. Listen to that thud sound. That's what premium, solid build quality is all about. So 530i, M Sport, handsome looking car. BMW has never delivered anything less than that. You got to get used to the new grille, of course, and you got to get used to the fact that full taxes, high selling price. But if you got the money, why not? So if you like what we did, you like our video, please subscribe, join our channel. You have any comments, negative or so, please share with us. We like negative comments because we learn from negative comments. We can't be perfect in everything. Positive comments, of course, welcome. And we've got a lot more videos on BMWs. Please have a watch and tell me what you think. So it's great that BMW has kept some physical buttons. Most important for me, aircon controls, aircon vent controls. Now, of course, you have to go into the screen to use for aircon, you know, to increase your blower and have it whether on and off and all that. But what I find very important on a daily drive, you must have your aircon controls manual. Because why? If I'm driving along and suddenly I feel a little bit more hotter or a little bit more cooler or whatever, and I want to move my vents, or maybe my passenger wants to move the vents, I don't need to go into the system. I just have physical buttons here. Look at this. I got physical buttons here. Cameraman, can you come in close and see the physical buttons here? Can you zoom in on this? Okay. So you have physical buttons here also on my side here. So having these physical buttons, very important. Certain functions, you need physical buttons. Just like your volume control. Look at it. The volume control is here. And there are some car manufacturers who don't understand the importance of this. Because why? We don't want to take our eyes off the road and start using this for simple functions. Simple driving related needs. I would say needs, because why? Sometimes you're driving, suddenly you just want to change this, or you want to move it away or move it more towards you. I don't want to look at the screen because I want to concentrate on the road. So having this, because I can fumble with it and just play around with it, so much easier. Same thing with volume. I got a rotary knob here. You know, I don't have to look at the screen to operate it. So please, car manufacturers, take this into consideration. Those of you who don't have this function, I know your reasons why. I'm not going to explain it here. I know it's all about, you know, putting everything into one system, easy to operate, less bits and pieces, cost comes down. I understand that. But I think a lot of car manufacturers are realizing the safety aspects of it and slowly taking away some of that internal controls. You should do too. Get into this BMW 530i Sport. Just like any other modern BMW, straight away it tells you if you're breaking the speed limit because of the navigation system working constantly for you. Now, this is a good feature because why? Sometimes we're not aware of what the speed limit is. So you see, like here I'm going 70, it tells me it's actually 50. So there's a little red round telling me, hey, you're speeding. And then now it changes to 110. So I can speed up. Good news. So I'm constantly getting fed information on the speed limit. So at 110, I'm doing 97. It's a comfortable ride. And like I said, you know, drive dynamics in these BMWs are great. Also comfort levels, because they know how to get it just right. You know, and you got this nice leather seat, beautiful view up ahead, side view mirrors are clear. You got heads-up display. Heads-up display tells me also the speed at 110, so I don't need to look down. My current speed is 89. My signal is on. It's got everything you need. Of course, the sound system I can't test for you. That is, I think, one of the biggest selling features. Of course, you don't buy a car for the sound system, but the sound system is a big selling feature. Cabin is quiet. There's a little bit of tire roar coming in from the Pirellis, but that's to be expected because those are performance tires. They are not tuned for silence, and this is not an EV car. Remember that. So this car has full tax on it. I keep reminding you because why? You will ask me, why is the price difference so big? Taxes. Talk to our government about it. Don't talk to BMW because it's not their call. You got a nice driver's environment, and if you need to suddenly pick up speed, turbocharger kicks in very nicely. The hybrid system is also working for you when you are crawling in traffic. We have not reached traffic yet. We'll be reaching traffic very soon because we're about to hit Puchong, and when you hit Puchong, you always got traffic. That's when the mild hybrid comes in to give you better fuel economy. This is what BMW is trying to provide in this mild hybrid 5 Series. A nice balance between power delivery from the 2-liter turbo and the mild hybrid system to give you a little bit of savings. But honestly, if you drive a BMW or you drive a car that is costing almost 400,000 ringgit, I think you can afford petrol. You don't have to worry about subsidized fuel. You don't have to worry about, you know, RON 97 or RON 95. Let's be honest, you have money. So the speed limit is going to change to 90 up front. Let's see how fast it changes here. Pop, changed already. So it's almost like, you know, 1-2 seconds and then it informs you. So very precise, very good system, easy to use screen here. Of course, don't use it while you're driving. Always have your eyes in front. Big enough for you to get all the information you want. So when you get navigation, okay, very clear, very on the dot in terms of what you're seeing. You got a rotary knob to enlarge and reduce. So BMW has delivered a car yet again with everything that you would need, not anything additional that you will not need. I'm saying this because some car manufacturers are giving features and tech that drivers don't really need, but they like to tick the box and say that I've got more than that, I've got more than that, and that is a big selling point these days for some buyers. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Give your feedback, okay? Thank you.